Hey everyone, this is NMB. Welcome to the channel. As a developer, we all have used Postman in our day-to-day life. It's a pretty powerful tool with lot of interesting and productive features. Today we'll explore some of the OG features, configure it and set it up like a pro developer. So let's get started. This is the Postman website from where you can download it. You can check it out. You can also download on your of your own. It's pretty easy. And after that, the interface looks something like this. In this video, we'll mainly explore how to some advanced topics like collections, environment, how to set it up, and use it like from the developer perspective, how he can set it up like a pro developer or his productivity increases. There are a lot of things like scripts, console in Postman. Those things we'll explore and try it out. For the use case scenario, I have set up one simple node.js api, like as you can see, and I'm not using any authentication. For example, with jwt or the thing, I'm simply using one string, and there are only three routes like hello, login and authenticated. These apis we will test it out. I'm also give you one perspective of environment, how you can use it. That's why I'm running it on two different ports. You can if you have any live api or other thing, you can also use that while testing from Postman. Okay, let's explore the collections. I'm creating one new collection. This is a blank collection I'm creating. You can give it a name. Let's say I'm giving it collection one. Okay, here we'll add our request. We'll keep it here. This is a test request. Let's say I added. You can duplicate it. I duplicated it. Currently there are no values. Okay, now if you go to the collection, let's say you want to share it with someone. Okay, like you can invite it, but there are some limitations. You can invite only three people, but you are a group of 5 or 10 people where you want to share it. You can just do one thing. You can go to share. Here there is one good thing. You can share through the api. You can generate a new cake, copy it, then you can go to the Chrome. If you see now, this is actually a JSON. All the things I added, the collection name and all the things, it has new request. You can see it is present inside this session. And if I simply go, let's say you share it to your friend and he goes to import and paste this url, then it will read it. This is saying that his collection already exists. So that's why as the name is same, that's why it appears, but from him it will you can make it as import as copy. You can see the same thing got added here. So this is an interesting feature. Whenever you are working on big projects or something, there are a lot of requests, and you don't have that premium version, so that you can't invite much people. You can do it like this. You just share it through the api key. He will import it, and every time you update, you can just say, give him the url. He'll just paste it and it gets updated. So it's as simple as that. Okay, the second thing I want to explore is the environment. Let me first delete this. It's not needed actually, so I'm deleting it. Okay, you can delete it like this. In the environment one, let's say you have one dev environment and another one is production environment. Okay, you can also duplicate this one. Okay, I made it as, let's say, production. Okay, here are some good things. Here in the environment you can put variables. Okay, let's say you want to give a variable that is url, where the production url or the dev url. For example, my dev url is localhost. I can add it something like this, localhost, let's say 5000. Okay, and for the use case scenario in the production also I am using the same with 5001. Okay, you can put your any value here, if you are deployed your application. So before that, I want to start my application. I'll do npm start. Now it will run on two port. For the consider it, 5000 is our local and 5001 is just the production. Just to think of it like that. It's not, but still if we want to test it out, we'll just think of like 5001 is the production url, and localhost 5000 is our local url where we have set it up. Now I'll go to collection. Let's say here this is the new request. The first request I want to try it out. Okay, the first request is api hello. Okay, so you can do something like this, localhost 5000 and api slash hello. You can do something like this and it will work. Okay, but let's say there are 1000 or 500 types of requests you have kept in your Postman, and every time you don't want to change the url, and you don't want to create different collection based on different environment. You can simply do one thing. You can use url. Okay, if you use this url, then it will point to it is asking me to add it. Let's say I'm adding it because I am not selected any environment. Okay, so it's not getting the value. Either you can add it to the collection, but it's better if you use it from environment. Let's say I am selecting the dev environment. You see, it is taking from a localhost 5000. Now I can reuse this same request. Let's say I'm in production mode, I want to test my API. You just, I'll change the production mode and do, and it works. Okay, so this is one good feature, you can use it out. And these are called variables. You can set it up in the environment, or if you want to set a different variable, let's say it has some id, you can simply type like this, and it will auto detect it is not there. It will ask you where you want to add it. Thus I am adding it to the collection. Then you can enter some value, that is one. Okay, you can add it also like that. Similarly, these things are also supported here. In the body you can also pass it. Let's say you have form data, here also you can pass it like that, id or something, or in the author sorry, params, you can also pass it. So now this is variable, and based on the environment you can use the same variable names if you configured it. And it will be a lot easier if you want to change the type of environment for development, for testing, for tracing, for production. You can use the same. Okay, so you explore collections and environment. Now another good thing I want to explore is that the scripts. You know, in Postman, it's based on the Node.js runtime, so you can write plain vanilla JavaScripts. To know about that, you can go here. This is the documentation page of Postman. Here are some overview how you can write scripts in Postman. You can go to it, write scripts. Okay, you can see it's the runtime is based on Node.js. You can take some examples how it works. So basically, when you do a request, okay, the best use case is, let's say you have a login url, and you logged in and gives you the access token, and there are 500 requests you want to make, and all of them request the access token. So every time you have created, either you can verify it. Let's say you can do something like, it will come and you have to paste it here. Otherwise you can do one thing, you can make it something like inherit from parent, or other thing is you can make it something like variable. So to set that variable, let's say I define here that is auth token, and to set this I have to write or get the dynamic value, because every time I log in, the access token will change. So this should get dynamically set. And the best thing is that in every request you don't want to set it. So the best thing I will suggest, you can use it auth, inherit auth from parent. So what it will do, let's say is its parent is this collection, so it will inherit that value from the collection, and in the collection we can, let's say, declare some variable and set it up. Okay, let's try out that endpoint, that login endpoint. Okay, I'm renaming it. We'll try it out. We'll see what's the value it is returning, and based on that we'll set one variable and write one script. Okay, so let's see the name of it. This is only login. Okay, okay, so let's say I'm passing some values. It's a post request, so I'll make it post. I'm passing some value, that is user, and let's say I'm passing anything, passing the channel name. Okay, now I make a send request. Now you can see it gives you one access token. But this access token is not getting set anywhere. So next time I want to do another request, let's say I'm copying this. Here I want to try the authenticated route. There is another URL called API/authenticated. I want to try it out. Okay, so here I need to pass the access token, but either I can do something like this. In the authorization, I'll make it something like bearer token. Here I'll write it as simply ABCD 1234. Then this will work. Okay, see, you are giving 200 and the name is authenticated route. I have the same message here. If it fails, it should give you this one unauthorized. So if I make it something else, then it will fail, invalid access token. So this is one way of doing it, but it will be hectic and you can't maintain it. Let's say there are 500 requests, or a lot of endpoints are there, because in real life use cases there are a lot of requests. So best thing I'll suggest is I'll do inherit auth from parent, and while logging in, here I'll do it once I log in, I'll write a script. And as it supports JavaScript, I'll simple write a script and it will set it here. In the collection, I will define one variable. Let's say the name is auth token, and how it will take the same name automatically, I'll show you. Let's say I'm defining the variable, and here in the script I'll use something like to get that variable. This after this value is set here in the auth token, the collection script will use it to get it. So if you want to check how it is done, you can go to the website and get all the commands, but it is simply JavaScript, but you have to prefix it like something like pm, and here I'm setting it in globally, so that from anywhere it can get the value. Okay, now it is simply get, just put the get one, and the name of that I wrote it as auth token. Now what this script does is, in the collection will get this name auth token, this variable name, anywhere it is set. Let's say it's set here, it will get it, or anywhere else in the environment or anywhere it is set, it can get it. Basically it checks for the same collection, so it will get it from this variable once it is the value gets set. If it's empty, it will get the empty value. Okay, now in the login endpoint I'll write another script. Once I get logged in, you can see this JSON is coming. So there is an access token. I'll want to get that access token and set it in this collection variable name auth token. Okay, okay, so the response is coming in JSON. We'll write that script. Let's say you can use the JavaScript keywords like var. Okay, I'm writing something like var response equal to, and you have to prefix it with pm. So if you want to access the values, so I'm doing something like pm dot response. You can also get the suggestion. And JSON, why I'm writing this JSON, because if you see my code, I'm returning something like response dot JSON. So I'm writing it something like this, because and this value is also coming in form of the JSON, the API is returning that, so that's why I'm writing it. Okay, now we'll try to get the access token. I'm defining another variable. Okay, from the response I'll get that access token. Okay, this is as simply as that. And let's say if that does not exist, I'll do one thing. I'll take this value, otherwise I'll set empty values. Okay, you can also do something like this. By default it will set it as undefined, it does not matter still. And now what I'll do is, in the collection I'll set, now to set collection variable, you can see the suggestion, there is a suggestion called collection variables. Okay, and it is very simple, you just use set, and the name you want to pass in which variable you want to set, you can pass it something like auth token. You can get the suggestion, and it's pretty easy to write. And the name of the variable, I want to set this access token here. Okay, simple, this step is very simple, this is done. Now if I do login, can see in the collection the value will get set. Current value is abcd1234. Now if I go to this one, authenticated route, just rename it. Okay, I'm making it inherit auth from parent, and I'm doing the logging. It's still giving invalid access token. Okay, okay, we'll check it out why it's giving unauthorized. I set it correctly. Okay, in the scripts, in the variable, in the scripts, in the post response, in there variable is there. Okay, and what's it's in here. Okay, inherit auth from parent. Okay, in the collection I have used no auth, that's why it was failing. It is taking it from the parent name, that's why it was failing. And here in the auth token, you can set it something like the token you want to set. Here it will use the script to get that token, and here it will populate it. Also the variable is there, it will set that value. Okay, now I guess it will work. Let's try it again. You see, authenticated route, this was with the collection was missing authorization, it has no auth, that's why it was following it from the parent. Okay, now you can see it's giving the authenticated route. Now you can you learn how to set some scripts uh, after getting some value from the login request, like the access token. Other values you can also set. Another good thing I want to tell is, you have also console access in Postman. If you do something like control shift C, it will control alt C, it will open the Postman console. See, and every request you make, you can see all the details here. And in the script you can also write plain javascript, something like console.log. And if I put the value here, let's say I want to print the access token, you can also do it. Okay, I moved it upward. Okay, now I make the request. Let's see the console. You see this token, it's printing it. What's the value in here? So it gives you also the console feature after doing any request. If you want to explore what's happening here in the console, you want to loop over something. I have used it. Every developer sometimes or later needs this, so it's a good thing to know. You can activate it by simply control alt plus c. Okay,